Hello, my name's Charlie. Welcome back to my channel. This is the last day of the flexibility series, and today we're doing a full recap in a full body flow. For this class, you will want 2 blocks and a strap, but if you don't have those things, it's okay. You can just get a little more creative. Books are a great alternative for blocks, and a scarf or a tie works just as well as any yoga strap. So when you're ready, let's get into it. Welcome to class. Throughout this class, we'll be taking the sequences from each class and we'll be putting them together to make a complete full body flexibility flow. So to begin with, we're going to focus on your hamstrings. So step your feet wide into a straddle position. If the hamstrings are a little tight today, you can start with a bend in your knees. And then when you're ready, fold forwards. Don't worry how far you go. Give yourself a chance to ease into it. So there is this natural evolution as your body begins to open up. Just let yourself hang heavy here. Take a hold of opposite elbow and we'll begin by swaying side to side. So a little bit of motion to help ease us into the fold. See if you can let your torso hang a little heavier now. Notice if more space has become available. Then begin to move into that space if it's there. Sway all the way over to your right leg and then hold it there, folding towards your right foot. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to let it out. And then swaying to your left leg, fold towards your left foot and hold. Inhale. Exhale. Come back through center. This time on your inhale, lift your chest halfway so it's level with the ground. And then as you exhale, lower back down. Inhale, you lift. Exhale, lower. Keep it going. Press through your feet as you lift. And then control the lower on the way down. A few more of these to go. Warming up the muscles in your back and your hamstrings now. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring your hands down to the mat. Lift your chest halfway. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, start to walk your hands back through your legs. Stop there, take an inhale. With your exhale, fold a little further. Walk your hands a little further through your legs. And we'll go for one more. Inhale where you are. And exhale, move into a little more space. Make it gradual. Make it progressive. When you find your edge, hold it there. Let's breathe together. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. With your exhale, see if you can let go of any more tension. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Wonderful. Lift your chest. Then walk your hands to your left foot and spin both feet to face the short end of your mat. You may just need to edge your right foot to the right side so the feet are square. Now let's make this isometric. So start to flex your front foot, press the heel down, draw the heel back, and you should begin to feel that contraction in the front leg. So the front leg is super active now. Hold this here, relax your head and neck. Breathe deeply. Great. Lower your foot, rebend the front knee, and then edge your back leg down the mat to come into a lunge. Let your front knee track past the ankle. Let your hips sink down and forwards. And then to make this a little more active, press your back foot into the mat. Lift your back knee into an arrow lunge. You can rest your hands on your front thigh for support, or if you want to make it more challenging, arms come up and reaching back. We're going to hold for 5. Keep that back knee lifted. Keep pressing the floor away for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that back foot down. Nice. Plant your hands. Pick up your back knee. Then start to spin your feet to the right side, moving through your straddle. And walk your hands to the right foot. Turn your body to set up for pyramid. So again, just make sure your feet are hips width. Then flex your front foot. Let's make this isometric. Press your heel down, draw it back. Keep the front foot flexed. And tune into your breath as we hold this here. Wonderful. Lower your front foot, move into your low lunge. And let's turn it into an active lunge. Press the back foot down, lift your knee for arrow lunge. And if you want to challenge yourself, arms come up, chest is open, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that back foot down. Plant your hands. Come back up into your straddle stance. We'll fold forwards here. You can catch the backs of your ankles. See if you can draw yourself in a little deeper now the hamstrings are a little bit more awake. One more breath. Nice. Lift your chest halfway. Walk your hands to your left foot. And then step back into downward facing dog. You can pedal out your legs a moment here. And then looking forwards, ripple forwards to high plank. And super slowly lower down to your belly. Working on your spinal flexibility now. Separate your feet wider than your hips. Hover your hands off the mat. And with your inhale, lift your chest. Active cobra. On your exhale, lower the chest down. We're going for 10. So use your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep it flowing. See how high you can lift. Okay, that's halfway. Keep it going. 3 to go. Last one. And come down. Keep your hands under your shoulders. You can edge your feet back in hips width. Then bending your left leg, roll to the right side. Place the foot behind you. Then come back through center. Bending the right leg, rolling left. Tap the foot. Let's keep it going a few more times to each side. So we're working through some wild thing progressions, building it up little by little. The next time you roll right, lift yourself up into wild thing. Turn your chest open, lift your hips. Take a full breath in the pose. At the end of your exhale, come out. Transition to the other side. Deep breath as you find your pose. Exhale out. Let's go one more to each side. And then come back to your belly. Lift your hips, find tabletop. Then finding your blocks, now set them on the middle setting. So the thinnest side faces up. And you're probably a little bit more familiar with this one if you followed me through the whole series. Bring your hands to the blocks. Scoot your knees further back. You want your knees still under your hips. Then let your chest sink down so you get that opening through the front of your torso. Let your head hang heavy. And start to press your hands into the blocks. You've got that activation of the upper body, as well as the opening of the chest. Return to your breath. Soften your eyes closed to go inward. Check in with your body here. Observe what you feel, where you feel. Keep pressing the hands into the blocks. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Come up. Bring your knees a little closer. So second one, a little bit different. Bring the backs of your arms down to the blocks. Hands together in prayer like so. And scoot your knees a little further back to create space for the chest to sink down. Let your head fall in between the blocks. And you can bring your hands towards the back of your neck to find the full expression of this pose. Again, press your arms into the blocks. It's not completely passive. There is some activation there. Find your breath. Wonderful. Slowly lift yourself up. Go slow. It's a little awkward to get out of this one. And then take the blocks out to the side. And make sure that you have your strap close by, within arm's reach, just at the side of your mat. Find your tabletop. Lift your right knee up out to the side, and we'll start to move through those fire hydrant circles we've been doing so much of. So go a few times clockwise, and then a few times anti-clockwise. Then extend your right leg back and begin to sweep it out to the side and bring it forwards. And then sweep it all the way back a few times, really mobilizing the right side hip joint. One more of these to go. Good. Then sweep it all the way forwards. Heel toe the foot in between your hands. Come into a low lunge. So the hips are sinking down and forwards. Press your back foot into the mat so the back leg is active. And then find your strap here. Unravel it. And holding the strap with hands about 1 meter's distance apart, hold your strap taut. On your inhale, lift your arms up. Start to expand your chest and draw your arms back. Find wherever your edge is. So you may go all the way down, and that's okay. Keep reaching the arms back behind you wherever you are. And we'll breathe deeply here. Good. Lift your arms back up. Bring them forwards. Then you can keep a hold of your strap for the moment, but pick up your front knee so the knee comes over the ankle, and pick up your back foot. Then bring your strap around the foot. Hold onto it with both hands like so. And instead of keeping the foot lifted, start to extend your leg down the mat. So the strap gets caught under your foot, basically, or under your lower leg. Then reach your arms up, turning your elbows up towards the ceiling as if you are reaching back to hold that lower leg or that ankle. And we're just going to hold this here so the hips are sinking down, arms are reaching up, chest is opening. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. You can release the strap now. Take it out to the side. Then bring your hands to the inside of your right leg and sweep your right leg all the way back out to the side. Keep it lifted as you take it back. Then reach your right arm up, coming into a modified side plank. Brace your core here. Start to gaze down for balance. Then lower your right hand square off your hips and reach your left arm back as you bend your right knee. This time, see if you can catch your foot, then start to press your foot into your hand. So you create some resistance to open the left side of the chest. Hold it here, keep pressing your foot into your hand for 3, 2, and 1. Nice, and release. Okay, second side. So starting with those fire hydrants on the left, move through those full rotations a few times clockwise and then a few times anti-clockwise. And then extending your left leg back, start to sweep it out to the side, tap the foot forwards and then sweep it all the way back. A few times like this, keeping the leg lifted. And then heel toe that foot in between your hands. Come into your low lunge. Let your hips sink down and forwards. Keep pressing that back foot and the back leg down into the mat. Then find your strap. So both hands holding the strap about 1 meter apart. Keep the strap taut. On your inhale, lift your arms up. Think of expanding your chest. Then begin to draw your arms back till you find your edge. So it could be here, here, or maybe even back here, wherever it is. Stay with it. Tune into your breath. A few more breaths here. Okay, reach your arms back up, bring them forwards. Then bring your front knee over the ankle so the bones are stacked. And then depending on what you find easiest, it may be easiest to pick up the foot and place the strap like so, or you may find it easier to do it when the foot's on the floor, whatever works for you. Once you've got it there, hold the strap in both hands. Then have your elbows pointing up, arms reaching back as if you were reaching to take hold of that foot. Draw your elbows towards one another, open your chest, and we'll hold it here. Awesome. Okay, release the hold of the strap. And you can take it out to the side for now. Then bringing your hands on the inside of your left foot. Sweep the leg out to the side. Keep it lifted as it goes back. Then reach your left arm up for your modified side plank. Nice. Hold it here a few breaths. Brace your core. Focus your gaze. Then looking down for balance, lower your left hand, square your hips. Reach your right arm back and catch your back foot. And then press your foot into your hand. Open the right side of your chest. We'll hold it here. Keeping the breath steady, rolling that right shoulder back. Final breath here. And then release, come back to your tabletop. Really good. Give your hips a little shimmy side to side. Release any stickiness or tension. And And then when you're ready, tuck in your toes, lift your hips, come up into downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs a moment here if the hamstrings are feeling a little tight, if they need a little attention. Good. Then looking in between your hands, bring your left knee to the back of your right elbow. And then extend the leg out to the right side. Reach your right arm up, spin open for fallen star. Lift your hips as you push the floor away. And then sit your hips down, face the space in between your legs. Then start by flexing your feet. You could even open the legs a little wider if it's accessible. Place your fingertips on the ground and then very slowly with each exhale, start to walk your hands forwards. Take a breath and then move into that space. Take a breath and then move into that space. Keep it going until you find your edge. When you've found it, hold it there. Keep your feet flexed, keep your legs actively engaged, so knees drawing up towards hips. Wonderful. Lift yourself all the way back up. Replant your left hand. Pick up your hips to come back through your fallen star. Then lower your right hand down, face forwards. And bend your left leg, glide it onto the mat to come into pigeon pose. This time we're looking for that 90-degree angle, or we're looking to head in that direction. And instead of folding forwards, press your legs into the mat. Keep yourself lifted. Nice. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, arms come up, hands together, elbows bend for our active pigeon pose. Finding that little bend backwards. Hold it here. Amazing. Okay. Little change now. Lower your arms if they're lifted. Bring your front foot close to the right side hip. And then you'll slightly turn your torso, reach your right hand back, catch your foot. Start to draw your foot in close to your body. And then as you have that foot in place, you can turn your chest to face forwards. And we'll hold this here. Keep your chest lifted. Breath steady. Good. And on your exhale, release the foot with control. Don't let it ping back. Just let it lower nice and slowly. And then step it back to downward facing dog. And we'll move through that on the second side. So bringing the right knee to the back of left elbow. Extend the leg out to the left side. Open out into your fallen star. Take a breath here. And with your exhale, the hips sink down. Turn to face the space in between your legs. You could open your legs if you want to make it more challenging. Keep the feet flexed. Then slowly with each exhale, you move forwards. Keep your chest up so you're not rounding, but you're hinging from your hips. Then slowly working towards your edge. When you find it, hold it there. Dial up your breath. Amazing. Sitting yourself back up now. Plant the right hand, pick up your hips, come back into your forward star. Then lower your left hand down, turn to face forwards. And glide your right knee onto the mat, come into your pigeon. Starting in that Wider pigeon variation. Square off your hips, press your back leg into the mat. If you're looking for the challenge, arms come up for your active pigeon. Elbows bend as if you're reaching back to catch your foot. Holding it here. Amazing. Okay, release your arms, little change. So bring the front foot close to your left hip. Turn the chest slightly so that you can reach back, catch your back foot. And then start to draw your foot in closer to your body. And then you can turn your chest to face forwards once more. It's a little bit challenging for the balance, so go slowly. Use your breath to anchor you into a more balanced state. Last breath here. Then release that back foot nice and slowly. Step back into plank this time, so a little different. And from plank, lower your knees down. Come up into a kneeling position. So keeping your lower legs parallel, ankles in line with knees. Start by squeezing your glutes to brace the lower body. Then start to brace your abdominals so the lower back is supported. Bring your hands to your low back. And with your inhale, lift your chest up, roll your shoulders back. As you exhale, send the hips forwards and start to bend back. If it feels okay for your neck, you can tilt your head back. And then with each inhale, we'll find those micro movements. So lifting the chest, sending the hips forwards, arching back. Hold it for a few more breaths. Keep making those little adjustments. On your next inhale, very slowly come up, lift the head last. Then sit your hips on your heels, rest your hands on your thighs. And close your eyes a moment. Just notice what sensations, what feelings you've just cultivated. Okay, flicker your eyes open and swing your legs round. Come and lie down on your back. And as you lie down, we're looking to keep the spine in neutral to support it after those back bends. So edge your feet to the sides of your mat, knock your knees together. And you can rest your hands on your belly. And as you settle into this pose, roll your shoulders down your back so you feel more grounded, so the spine feels more supported. And start to check in with your body, deep in your breath. Slow everything down. You can take as much time here as you feel you need. There's no hurry. Thank you so much for joining me for this class and this series. It has been a pleasure to be your teacher and your guide. Thank you for your time. Namaste.